Hello everyone, how's it going? Billy Ballgame here, back with another video. On this channel, I'm just a dude who loves to talk about baseball cards. And today's video, I'm getting ready to leave to go to the Columbia show. It's 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. I just woke up, got out of the shower, and got dressed. So I'm getting ready to drive close to 30 minutes to the east to again head to the show in Columbia. So I'm pretty excited today. My buddy Joe from Redneck Collector is going to be there. He's driving out from where he lives south of St. Louis, so it's probably going to be about a 2-hour drive for him. So we're going to hang out at the show, and then he's going to come out here and we're going to hang out. I'm going to show him the card room and stuff. So I'm pretty excited. And then also Chris is going to be set up at the show. Coop is going to be set up with him, and I'm sure Mauricio is going to be set up as well. And I think the last time I saw Chris was at this show last time when my buddy Jason from Everyday Card Collector came down. And I think that was September, so it's been a few months since I've seen Chris. And my buddy Tom from Jeff City is going to be there. It's been a few months since I've seen him. So today really is just going to be all about hanging out with my buddies in the local card community and have a good time. I really don't think I'm going to buy anything today. I'm still in saving mode for my card budget in case I can go to Strongsville. And I won't be able to find out really if it fits with my schedule until January. Then they will have the baseball schedule finalized for my high school. And then I'll have a better idea of if it's going to work. Because what I plan on doing for Strongsville is taking off a Thursday and Friday. So I'll miss 2 practices and maybe a game on Thursday or Friday. But really the big thing is if we have a tournament that weekend, like it's probably going to be a little bit harder for me to take off work. Now, we picked up a new volunteer coach this year on the baseball team, so I will actually have an assistant coach helping me this season, so that may allow me a little bit more freedom, but it remains to be seen. So I'm going to quit yapping, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this off, and then the next time I see you, I will be at the Columbia show. I'll probably film video coming in like I did last time if you watched that video, and then again, depending on how busy the show is, I may sneak some video of, not sneak it, but I may film some video of some of the vintage tables at the show. We'll just see how it goes. As always, we'll play it by ear. But either way, I'll be back with you one way or another from Columbia. And then whenever I get back, Joe and I will be hanging out. I may shoot some video from the man cave / card room when we get back. So hang with me and I'll be back with you. All right, everybody, I'm heading in. I'm linked up with Joe and Tom in the parking lot. So there's Joe, Redneck Collector. If you're not following him, please do so. So it's still pretty early, so it's not going to be like jam-packed busy yet, but it will fill up here pretty soon, I'm sure. There's Thomas. Say hello, Thomas. Thomas is a little camera shy sometimes. Here's the room, so it's just kicking off. So hang tight, I'll be back with you. All right, so I'm back with my buddy Coop and Cameron. They're set up together with Chris down here. Chris is out spending millions of dollars right now, so he's not at his table, but I wanted to film some of Coop's table. This is the first time I've ever filmed at a card show, so I'm not going to say I'm going to give you Sammy Thunder level of production. Like, just so you guys know, Coop won't like to hear this and doesn't want me bragging on him, but Coop has better stuff that are duplicates in his collection than I actually have in my collection.
Nah, you're just being nice.
There's There's a Dylan approved Robin Yount rookie card. You brought a lot of stuff this time.
Well, got a lot of stuff that couldn't put out too. So.
Once you realized you couldn't sell boxes. Did I bring up a touchy subject?
That's all right.
And it seems like there's a lot more vintage this time.
Gaping holes in there yet, Cam.
I've been filling them.
That feels old parts still coming here. You can sell them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and a lot of the tables that usually don't have vintage, seems like they have vintage this time. Like there are a few more that have vintage. And then this is Cameron's table. Cameron bought an '86 Larry Bird. 86 Fleer Larry Bird in a 9 at the National. That was his big gold card to pick up at the National. Mission accomplished.
Mission was accomplished. This is not my card.
Neither is
My son begged to go with me. But
So you're saying the old cards aren't yours?
Yeah, anything.
I wonder whose those are.
he's into Pokemon cards.
Couldn't tell you.
He didn't understand.
Anything that isn't reflecting back at you is not mine.
You're right.
Kind of got to make it run.
That's funny. I heard you bought some more Mahomes down in Springfield, Coop.
Oh yeah, I bought a couple more.
You already bought one today, too.
Did he?
Yeah.
The nicest cards I bought in the last 6 months are all from your dad. Actually, I say that seriously. The best cards.
I just said he's selling duplicates that are better than what I keep in my collection.
It was hard to.
I'm sorry.
Say hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
You care if I film your case?
Hey, eyes up here.
Well, you don't know what I was zoomed in on.
Oh.
I wasn't zoomed in on what you thought I was zoomed in on. So Chris forgot he had this hand-cut $6,000 Babe Ruth card that he brought with him to the show. Must be nice.
There's some nice cards here today.
There are. I was telling those guys it seems like there's more vintage here than usual. A couple tables that don't usually bring vintage.
I am going to pick up a decent card today. Are you? Take my earnings and go buy me. You got one in mind, or you're feeling okay? All right. I'm going to go over to Jeremy's and see what he has over there.
He brought a bunch of stuff this time.
He's got a card I'm looking at. He picked up some nice deals at that Arkansas show. But there's a card here that's a 1910 U.S. caramel high cop. Yeah. I kind of want to add to my tie cop. Nice.
So I might need that Drysdale for my 60 set.
Wait till the old blue light special, like the old Kmart blue light.
Joe's probably going to come out and hang out at the house later. I don't know what time you want to be back, but Chris is way more impressive than mine is.
I got nowhere to be today, so I'm just hanging out.
So let us know when you're leaving and coming back through.
Okay.
And then we might make a road trip up to your house.
Oh gosh, that'd be great.
If you don't mind Joe coming out up and checking everything out.
Oh, that'd be great.
Or if you don't mind me bringing him up there, I guess I should say. You probably don't mind him
me,
coming. Right.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind you coming.
Next time there's a show here, I'd like to invite you to come up the night before. Yeah. Because this will people set up the night before, even though I did. Yeah. And so you can get a first look at some of this. Okay. That'd be awesome. And spend the night here. Yeah. There's a really good restaurant not too far from here. I used to live in Columbia. Okay. Which restaurant's that? Murray's. Right there. It's just right here. It's been the best restaurant in Columbia for 30 years.
I guess I just didn't eat here. I was a poor college student.
Okay.
That may be why. I lived here from like 2000 to 2006.
So Shakespeare.
Oh, now Shakespeare's know all about Shakespeare.
How about Booch's?
Oh yeah, Booch's and the burgers. Heck yeah, we used to get the burgers all the time.
Did you go to Mizzou, Joe?
Yeah, I went to Mizzou.
Oh, okay.
What'd you major in?
I was
MIZ.
a history major. Is that right? And I just ended up, didn't stick with that. Stayed in retail. So
Gotcha. I was a history teacher.
yeah, were you?
That's what I want to be when I grow up.
A long time.
It was my passion, and I thought when I was in college, I was like, I'm either going to go get my doctorate, and I wanted to be a history professor, or I wanted to go to law school. But I got tired of school, and I've worked for Walmart for 26 years, and I've made a good living. I've got no complaints. So it worked out for me. I have a passion for history, especially like military history. I can bore you for hours about the American Civil War, World War II.
I'm into that stuff. I geek out about that.
My jam is revolutionary.
I enjoy that. I wouldn't say I know near as much about it as I do, like, say, the Civil War, but I very much enjoy all of that.
I like the Civil War. I mean, I do like the Civil War stuff. But the stuff, what cracks me up anymore is some of this.
Here's Maurice making a big deal, ripping cards out of his cases. All right, so here's kind of a panoramic view of the show. So it's busy, but it's not jam-packed full like it has been at the last few. But it's always a good time to just come and hang out with some buddies. When you have some friends in the local card community, you can come and hang out with. And that was pretty much the intent today. It's always a good time to hang out with Jeremy and Chris and Joe and Coop and Tom and Cameron and Mauricio. So it's pretty much what I did today, is just kind of came and just hung out with some good friends. And Tyler was here too, my buddy from down in Sedalia. So that's pretty much the show today. It's about 1 o'clock, so I think Joe and I are going to head out here pretty soon, go get something to eat, and then go back to the house and hang out. So next time, if I come back to you, it will be from the card room with Joe. All right, everybody, I'm back to wrap this one up. So we left the show yesterday about, probably close to 1:30. Came back home, got some food, and then came back and hung out in the man cave. And then while we were hanging out, my wife brought a package in from my buddy Graig at Midlife. Most of you know what is in this because there have been several of them shown by the YouTube card community here recently, but I will go ahead and show it. He gives a little note talking on here about posting it on Instagram so he can update it and post it on his YouTube video. I have an Instagram account that I don't think I've posted on in probably 2 years. So I apologize, Greg, but I'm probably not going to do that. But I'm super stoked to have these because a while back, Greg was, I think it was before he showed his new one. I told him I never got his old one. I hadn't sent any Roger Clemens stuff to him, and that was what he was doing a while back. If you sent Roger Clemens stuff to him, he was going to send you his Midlife card, his Greg Miller card. So I finally have his first one that I just dropped in the floor because I am with it this morning. Well, I'm always with it. What else is new? You guys have all seen this one on the back. This is whoever Greg had this one done through did an amazing job. I looked recently to see if I could get a tops one made of myself, but that service is temporarily suspended, so I don't know if they're going to do that again or if I will be able to get a card made. But I'm probably going to, if I can't get a card made, I'll probably do stickers or something like that for either Strongsville or the National to give out. But here's his new one, his Captain Midlife. And look how rough and tumble and intimidating he looks in this photo. Like, that's a bad hombre that you don't want to mess with right there. But no, I'm just kidding. So again, this is just awesome. We all know how much Greg loves his Pirates cards, and he autographed it. So thank you, Greg. And as you all know, this was kind of a promotion that he put on with the penny sleever. And then this is Mr. Penny Sleever with the midlife 10% discount code on the back. And I will probably be taking advantage of this soon because I've got cards all over the place. I'm just buying, 25, 35, 50 count packs of top loaders whenever I can find them. My wife found some for me yesterday at Target. But I think here pretty soon I'm probably just going to break down and buy a case from the penny sleever and use my 10% midlife code, because I have got to clean the man cave up. It's driving me insane. So my wife brought that to me while Joe and I were hanging out, and Joe, we spent quite a bit of time down here in the man cave, just talking about cards, looking at cards, and we had a really good time. Like, Joe's a great dude, and it's amazing to me, and I know I've said this in my videos before, that everybody knew that I meet within the card community, and I didn't just meet Joe. I met Joe at the National last year. But Joe, again, from Redneck Collector, if you're not subscribed to his channel, please do so. I'll put a link in the description below, or I'll do a screen capture of his YouTube kind of homepage to put on the screen. So if you're not subscribed to Joe at Redneck Collector, please do so. He's building a really good collection, and he's got things figured out where he has found ways to buy ungraded vintage cards off of eBay really, really cheap and get them graded. And usually he, sometimes they're 2s and 3s, but that's the kind of where he lives in the vintage space, and he loves them, and he's picking up amazing cards for ridiculously cheap in some cases. So I admire Joe's hustle. He says he spends an unhealthy amount of time on eBay, and he must, because he gets insane deals. So yeah, we came here and hung out, but I tell you what, yesterday at the card show, I always have fun at these. Like, it's awesome to know people at these shows and go and hang out with people you enjoy spending time with. But yesterday was some of the most fun that I've had in quite a while. It was a blast. Like, it was just a great time. So there was more vintage at this show than there normally is. There were, I think, some newer dealers or some usual dealers that don't bring vintage, that had vintage with them yesterday. So there were a few more tables that had vintage cards there, which is always cool to check out. So in my previous clip, for the first time ever on this channel, I shot some video of some tables, and that was my buddy Coop and his son Cameron, and then Chris's tables. I really wanted to film Jeremy's table, who you can kind of see when I'm standing in the corner shooting the whole show floor. His table is along that left wall, and Chris is standing there talking to him. And Tom might have been too, I can't remember. But Jeremy had a tremendous setup yesterday. He had a whole lot of awesome stuff. He said the next show, which I think is going to be March or February, he's going to have even more stuff. And so Jeremy's killing it. Like every time I go to a show and run into Jeremy, Jeremy's got more stuff and better stuff, and Jeremy's got some really good stuff. So I would like to would have liked to have filmed his table yesterday, but he was pretty busy. So no pickups for me. Again, yesterday it was just all about hanging out with my buddies in the local card community and having a good time and mission accomplished. So Joe left here probably about 8 o'clock last night and had a 3-hour drive, so I need to text him to make sure he made it back in one piece. He probably didn't get home till about 11 o'clock today. But check out his channel. He made an awesome pickup. Chris made some awesome pickups too that you'll definitely have to check out his channel. And then Tom picked up some great stuff too. He picked up a 59 Mickey Mantle from Jeremy and some other stuff. I don't remember what else he picked up. But that was the big thing that stuck in my brain that he picked up as his most awesome purchase at the card show. So again, it's just always a good time hanging out with good people, looking at baseball cards. I mean, who can complain about that? Like, if you're in a bad mood at a baseball card show, like, I don't know what to tell you. So one more thing before I wrap it up. I wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Jake at Legends Never Die. In his last video, him and his wife had his baby. His wife did most of the work, don't get me wrong. But Jake was wearing a sweatshirt with this logo on it. So I just kind of wanted to wear this to close out the video, to congratulate Jake and his wife. They've got beautiful kids. They're blessed with 2 amazing, handsome, healthy sons, and just congratulations. And I hope that you can get some sleep at some point in the near future. So I think that's going to put a bow on it for this weekend. Coming up on the channel, I have no idea what next weekend's video is going to bring. We'll see when we get there. I'll probably figure it out at some point this week. I hope you enjoyed the footage from the show for the first time ever in the history of the Billy Ball Game YouTube channel. So if you're still with me, I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, if you would do so, that would be great as well. And give this video a like. And until the next one, I hope everybody has a good one, and I'll talk to you later.